Hello, hello, hello. You guys should be able to hear me. Let's do a precautionary T slap. Yep, they are working. Oh my goodness. All right, let's get started. How was everyone's weekend? Hey, Joe. It's great seeing you too. I hope you have fun with Slay the Spire too. My girlfriend's trying to get me to like play with her, and it's gonna be fun. I think the plan is to like play with like me, her boyfriend, and my boyfriend all play together. I actually have water, but I also have a voltage. I only played the first one and it's fun. Yeah, it is a lot of fun. From what I've heard. I haven't actually played, but I've always seen like I used to watch my girlfriend play the first one. Um what's going on? What's going on? Oh my god. It's really thinking about it. I might have to check the server stuff. Oh, 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 I think no one was on, so the server had to like load up. Come on. Come on. Oh, here we are. We're here. Okay, so I have a surprise. I have a surprise. So, you know how I said I had a house that I was gonna be working on? That I made in the old tops before it got reset? Well, I got to a point where I have access to all the materials to make it. I have access to slate. I have access to, well, yeah, I have plenty of granite. I have access to acacia. I have access to this. Let's see. This is just pine. This is birch. Hay bales are easy. I could make these. I now have enough to make lanterns and stuff. These are, so basically what I wanted to do is get to a point where I could have made this in this world and then re-put all my progress, because at one point I did put in the work. I put in so much work. I actually like no-lifed Vintage Story for a little bit whenever I first started playing it. And so now I have like this house. I want to finish building it. Of course it's medium activity, but I wanted to finish building it because I put, so as you can see, it's like very like heavily custom chiseled, and I didn't have the copy and paste chisel thing. So this was all done by hand, including this part, which there's still like some things that I messed up that I gotta fix. But yeah, like I got a lot of stuff I gotta get done on here. Um, but I think I'll be able to finally finish this. I do have some of the stuff that I was using on it in here. Um, Stone path. Yeah, I don't really have that much. But I'm not restarting this because it took a lot of math to like figure out what I'm doing here. There's water here. I don't have a shovel. I might have a shovel in here somewhere. I don't know, it's been a while. I might just have to select this area and delete all water. Because sometimes it's all weird. But this is like my old base. Jeez. I think the main thing, oh yeah, I do have it's a steel shovel. Oh, these were almost dead. I think because maybe? Yeah, it upped the durability. Okay. Get out of here. I could probably use that for the storage area. crazy that it has everything in it that I was like gathering. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I had an obsession with catmint, can't you tell? Oh, a wrench. What's the durability on it? Oh, almost dead. Some hammers. Beeswax, nugget, copper, firewood. Oh yeah, I put my firewood in here. Oh yeah, because I was trying to be compact. This was like, this wasn't actually supposed to be a basement, by the way. So this is where the fridge is supposed to go. But actually no, this was supposed to be a pantry, and it's supposed to only be one door. But because of the way things lined up, I thought it would be better, like, and this was supposed to be like a coat closet under the stairs. But what I ended up doing was turning this into a basement area. And that allowed me, and I also put vines down here because I don't know, a little flourish. Oh yeah, this is now a large lantern because the old recipe. I wonder if I should just go around carrying my large lantern. It was my first lantern in the game ever, I think, actually. Yeah, this was my first lantern. Oh man. I love that you were able to save, like because of the way that the game is, I was able to save this because I have so many of my first things here that like this was my first leather setup. Like this was the first forge that I built for myself. Like, well actually no, I built another forge somewhere else. But this is like, I got these torch holders that I had here. Oh, some old honey. An old ass pantry that I had. A lot of crocs that I made. How are you doing, cereal? I got some copper. Nice. I'm probably not gonna use the steel tools because they were a gift from someone, so I'm probably gonna save them. I also have a bunch of compost. Where did I put the compost? Yeah, I was also kind of the rot queen because I had a huge ass farm. So I had a lot of oh, that's a lot of cattails. Oh, that's a lot of chalk. I also found chalk. But I also shale. There's only 12 halite. I had a lot more chalk. Ooh, blue clay, nice. I'm doing all right. I had a crazy weekend. Ooh, that's a lot of clear quartz, some fire clay, compost. Yeah, I had a lot of compost. In fact, ooh, blue clay. Let's see. I don't even remember everything I had here. 7 rusty gears. I was poor. I was poor back then. Well, I mean, I guess you really can't consider this poor. I need... Yeah, there's some more compost. I had more rot than I could compost, really. Like, look at all this. This is all rot. And then this was like my supply of wood that I was using. So I didn't dig out the rest of this area, and it was in a claystone area. So this is going to be very out of place in the granite area, but that's fine. Basically, yeah. I mean, I have like this really huge ass field and I'm probably gonna use it, but I still need to make a secondary, I still need to make more of the I still need to make more, okay, that is odd. What? Okay, let's see if I can replace these. Okay. Okay. That was so odd. Okay, good. Okay, these are all large lanterns. Yeah, I'm pretty... So, you know what's special about this house and why I plopped it in? Like, it was a long-term project, but I wanted to preserve it. So I still have a lot more to do. Like, hey Daisy. Um, so this house is actually a house that exists in real life somewhere. It's probably been renovated and changed by now because it's not, I don't have access to it. But I almost inherited it. And this is like one of the few houses that I have decent childhood memories in. So this is one of the few places that was like happy childhood memories. This was one of the very few houses that I had good childhood memories in. So I decided I was gonna make it, because I needed an idea for a house I was gonna make. And so I decided to make it. This was the entryway. There was like a grandfather clock that I'm gonna chisel into here. This was the coat closet. This was like the second living room. And later on in my adult life, I lived here yet again, but unfortunately, due to some legal issues, even though I was supposed to inherit it, I lost it. A bank took it, so you know. Oh, well, that's unpleasant. I just gotta. Oh, I'm sorry, but I like like unfortunately they were bad. I mean, on the bright side, like because I'm disabled, I have plenty of time to stream, but you know, I have crippling PTSD. We need a hug command. You can give me head pats. This was the main living room. This was the main living room. There was a desk with a computer here, and the printer was like right here. And then these were actually glass sliding doors. Um, and then right here were two windows, and then there was a big TV right here, practically blocking the, and then the couch was here. Um, and I have a picture. It's actually like I have a really crazy baby picture of me. It's actually a ghost picture. There's like this like weird thing that showed up. Like it looked like a skull and everything over top of me as a baby. And it was like the first Christmas after an uncle of mine like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, you guys broke the head pats. You broke it. It's okay. It's okay. I got it. I got it. I got it. Hold on. Where are the head pats? There we go. There we go. Okay. And then there was a big fireplace. It didn't look like this. I just made it look the best I could. I'm gonna replace this with cabinets. I'm actually really happy to move this to this build because now I can replace this with cabinets. And then there was like a, I don't, there was like a window here where you could see in from the kitchen. And then there was like cabinets. The sink was here by the window, I believe. The stove was here. There was a dishwasher here. There was a big old island right here. And then the fridge would be right here. And this was the pantry. And then in here, it had like a fancy sliding door. It was a pocket door. So it slid into the wall. And then you would go in here. And the reason why there's hay bales up here is because there was this crazy ceiling design. And it was like swirls. And I'm going to try and recreate that. And then there was like a little tiny chandelier that hung down. And then there was a dining room table. And then there was like a buffet thing right here. Well, a buffet here, and then like there was some display cabinets, and then there was like an antique cabinet here. I actually have the antique furniture that was in this room. It's in storage, but it's like over 100 years old. I think it was actually like almost 200 or something like that. It's like really old furniture. It's like late 1800s, early 1900s. Some of it needs a bit of restoring, and it still smells like vinegar because back then they didn't really have like a lot of cleaning products for wood. So they used vinegar to keep it like to avoid, you know, ruining the wood. But it's like a dark wood stain, and I love dark wood stains on furniture. It's actually my favorite type of finish. And then over here you would go in here, and I remember playing hide and seek with my cousins. And we had like, and then one time we had walkie-talkies. My cousin was over here, and I would be all the way over here. There was like the island. There was a table here. There was like a cabinet here. The microwave was here for some reason. I don't even know. And then there was also this weird desk thing here that was like built in, like it was a cabinet desk. And then I would hide, and this is where the laundry room would be. The laundry would be here, and there would be like a closet thing here. And then this was like a half bathroom. The toilet was right here, and then the pedestal was right here. And I remember being in this bathroom. This was the bathroom that I was potty trained in. And I remember like it had like this flowery wallpaper that I would like, and then there was a closet here, but I consolidated the closet to this into this also closet. I was going like whenever I was going to inherit it, I was actually gonna cut down the wall for this closet and make it a full bath, but I just didn't get the chance. But there were this flowery wallpaper, and it like there was some parts that looked like a pretty lady with a dress on, because of the way that the flowers looked. And so I remember that. And then this was just another door to the backyard. And then up here is the frog, or full room over garage. So there was this window, and then this was a closet. I turned it into an entrance to a secret area because there was, you know, the attic area that is wasted space in game to me. And then you would have a entrance to the crawl space right here. It was actually like my grandparents' house that my mother put her inheritance down as a down payment, and then she was supposed to either inherit it or I was going to inherit it. That's how it was going to be inherited by me. But like my grandmother screwed everyone over by basically getting a reverse mortgage without telling anyone, basically breaking the agreement, and then no one found out until after she died. And so whenever we were trying to get the legal paperwork of, okay, I'm living in this house, I've been maintaining this house, I've been working on upgrading this house, and then the bank comes along and it's like, you got to move or we're going to evict you because it's our house now. And if you want, you could buy the house for more than it's actually worth because it needs major renovations. So I kind of just had to move out, and I lost the house. But whenever my parents bought helped them buy the house, this was the room that my mom, my dad, and eventually my sister, she was born, like my mother went into labor in that living room with my sister. But eventually, like, we all lived in this room, and my bed was right here, and I liked, and there were blankets hung right here to make it feel like a little cubby hole, and I loved it. And so And there was like, I remember my parents' bed was over here, and then I think no, the bed wasn't over here. It was over here, but they had like some stuff here and a TV here. And I used to watch. I would used to sit like right here and watch The Little Mermaid. um, and then down this, like, one of my earliest memories was my 4th birthday, and I remember like walking down these stairs to the birthday party, and they had a bike for me hidden right here. I never got to ride it. I wasn't actually allowed in the dining room. That's how they were able to hide it from me. Um, this was the backyard. It was a pretty decently sized porch. I think this porch might be slightly bigger than just because of block dimensions. I could have like chiseled it in, but like at the time I didn't have the copy and paste, so it just wasn't worth chiseling it. But then you'd go down these stairs. There used to be a big old tree like right in this area. My sandbox was right here. And then the gate was right here, and it stopped like right there. And then this area was just like, there like every fall there were these prickly things we called gumballs. They were like these prickly seed pods, and they were like big, and they were easy to trip over. And there were flowers right here. And then let's see. Oh yeah, whenever it was time to go in from the sandbox, like I'd get shouted at from this window. To be like, come inside. And then there was like a big baby gate here, and this is mostly where I got to play if I left my room. Then at another point in time that I lived here as a kid, oh yeah, this was just a linen closet. This was a bathroom. It had a long ass vanity with a huge mirror. The toilet was right here, and then there was like this really, it seemed impossibly long, but it was a crazy long bathtub. Um, this was my Uncle Joey's room, the uncle that died that I mentioned. At one point in time, me and my parents and my sister lived here too. This is a big closet. And when I was an adult, this was one of my streaming offices. So, like, I had my computer right here. I had Mia's cat tower right here. I had a big old, like, cabinet thing right here. And a mini fridge on the cabinet. And then some dressers and stuff. And then this was, like, supposed to be one of my bedrooms whenever I was a little kid. It's just a tiny little room. Not much for whenever you're a kid. And then this is where my aunt and uncle lived, with my cousins. And then there's a closet. This is the master bedroom. Later, I eventually had the master bedroom. Big old bed here, like some dressers here, a dresser here. There was like a weird setup where the bathroom, you would go in from here, and then it would be like the vanity for the bathroom, the toilet, and then a bed, like a normal sized shower bath combo, but it had a jacuzzi tub. And then like right here would be another vanity, and then you would go and enter a walk-in closet right here, and then the entrance to the attic was up in there. But I decided to have the entrance to the closet split here, and I was eventually going, like, this is the plans for the renovation that I was going to do. I was going to have like take this vanity out, because having a vanity with carpet right up to it just felt weird. So I thought it would be really cool to have a like make the bathroom bigger, get a bigger tub, or have like a tub and then a separate shower, and then have the walk-in closet be like like you can enter it from the bedroom instead of having to enter it from there. But I was thinking of possibly having like an entrance from the bathroom and over here. I do like I did really like that. I'm gonna make some well, there wasn't a banister actually. Actually, yeah, there was. I do gotta make a banister. I do got to do a lot. There was no door here. There was also like no door here. It was just a big doorway. And there were like plants right here. But yeah, this... I missed. I gotta hydrate. Yes, I forgot about the hydrate. Hey, Miss, I was just showing off one of the, a build that I was making, in the old server. I still need some lighting. It still needs some lighting set up. This is modeled after, like, one of the few childhood homes that I actually have good memories. Oh, nice! Nice! If you message me on Discord, I can get you whitelisted. But yeah, this is like the attic area. Oh shit. You can go up here, and then this was not part of it. I wanted to basically get access to the attic of the house, because like I was thinking about it, and I was like, man, that attic must be huge and just empty. So I think maybe the roof was a little bit more slanted than this. But still, I thought maybe there was like a lot of unused room. There, I have a video of Mia meowing right at this door because she wanted to get into this room because we had because the AC was broken. So we like the AC actually caught fire, and so I had to like turn it off. And we had like a we had like one of those window units in here, and it would drip, and that was a problem. So we had a bucket to catch the condensation, and Mia just wanted she wanted the dirty AC water, and we're like, no, Mia, you can't have the dirty AC water. That's bad for you. So yeah, this was this was my house. It was. And now it's my house in game. I don't know how I'm gonna do the lantern here. It's gonna be nice to get this finished up. And then once it's all finished up, I can kind of have my personal belongings in here. Digging comes naturally. Meteoric iron falx. Yeah, this was like barely alive. I was just see. Prospecting pick, copper pickaxe, compost. I was upset. Like I think it didn't matter what kind of clay I had back then, but I had a lot of blue clay. It's a lot of pine seeds. Yeah, I was getting a bit lazy on putting stuff away. Oh yeah, I had some malachite, which is nice because you can use that for, you can actually use malachite for some things that are very interesting, like writing. You can use it for pigment. I gotta, I killed a wolf, so I gotta take care of that. My watering can. There was a lot more to the claim, but I condensed it down to just this because all I really wanted was the house. I didn't want like the whole claim, really. I also have the clippings of a berry bush because I had to place it over top of where some berry bushes were gonna be, and I didn't want to like entirely lose them, so I made some clippings. Okay. And then we got these chests that I can put down. That's not what I want. Boop, boop, boop. Let's check on it. 16 days, 10 days, 16 days, 10 days, 16 days, 7 days, 14 days. Interesting. Either way, soon I will have enough wood to finish up with this. I can finish up the ceiling here. What is it that I need to make brass again? Is it zinc? Yeah. It was indeed flare light. Alright. Let me go back to the other place. Oh, finally, it's turning to rot. Look at that. I don't like how it looks like there's like stuff growing out of it. Ugh. Always makes me feel icky looking at it. Anyway, let's put... Wait, actually, I have this that I need to put away. Okay, I have enough space to take it all. Okay, good. I can make some more parchment. I think the one that I set up should already be done. It is spring, but it's still snowing because it's only March. Pretty freaking accurate. You think that, like, everyone's like, oh, it's spring. And I'm just like, where? That's what it was like growing up in Pennsylvania, really. So... yeah, this is all done. I didn't do anything there. Alright. Okay. Okay. All right, we got some more parchment. That actually should be enough for what I need. $45 days, 20 days. Yeah, that's gonna... Okay. Cabinet. Let's see. So cabinets are relatively easy. Nails and strips and planks, and we need to have a hammer and a saw. We're gonna need to make cabinets for each of those rooms just to like fully finish the look. Yeah, it's still wintry up here. I also did some road work last time I played. Alright, let's see. We gotta get the... You know, I could take some of that malachite and relabel these with green. Maybe. I think it's okay. So what I need is break all of these. So we got bone meal and compost. Yep. Okay. Really fucking wish I didn't have to, you know, deal with that, but whatever. Okay, so bone meal, compost. There's nothing to label these ones with. But once I get all the seeds, I think I'm missing peanuts, bell peppers for some reason. Though I don't actually no, I don't think you can acquire bell peppers. Actually, hold on. Yeah, I'll have the 3 compost types up here. Because one of those compost types that I'm not gonna need to get is powdered charcoal. And then I don't know what else I'm gonna put here. Actually, wait, hold on. I want them at the bottom. Just in case I have seeds. Alright. These have been labeled. Nice. Let's see what other recipes I got. Purple book. You can make books. You can get sketchbooks, envelopes, parcels. Yeah. Envelope, wax seal. Either way, it's nice to have a bunch of parchment. Look at all these bees. Oh, I could take some of those flowers that I got and put them for the give them to the bees. So I could actually finish up these windows because it's just 4 blocks. All right, I'll drink something. How's your Slay the Spire run going with your friends? Oh yeah, I think another thing I needed to do was finish. There were a bunch of hydrangeas like right in this area. But I do need to finish this chimney as well. Oh yeah, Mia once got out and there was a crawl space here and she like climbed underneath into that crawl space. We had to get her out. I think whenever she got out, that's whenever she got pregnant with the twins. And now we have Lap and Princess. But yeah, I should be able to get some of these windows chiseled in. I think all the windows were the same, so I mean, I might add in a little bit more of a flourish around like they were all just like kind of simple, but since I can copy and paste, I'm probably gonna try and add a bit more detail. This is a thing I need to basically chisel out the design here so you don't see the floor. I don't think it was like some other type of like thing, but I just went with the like most of it was most of this is accurate. Like some of this is accurate. Like for example, the roof was black. Um there were like I don't hold on. Blue. I need some sort of like blue block. But I don't think there is a blue block that I can use. No, not really. Blue wattle and daub is not even blue. Yeah, so there's no blue. There were the shutters were blue, but I'm just gonna have to go with a different color for the shutters. I mean, I'm probably just gonna try and make acacia shutters or something. But they all had shutters on them. A goat. Or sheep of some sort. There were no windows on this side, which was odd to me. Like, the more I thought about it, and I was like, why are there are no windows? There were no windows. There was no window here, in that room up there. There was no window in that room up there. There were no windows on this wall. It was so odd. And I'm thinking that I'm just gonna add windows anyway. Because, like... Oh yeah, that's why. I didn't cut them out because I need this wall to be this size anyway. I was just gonna chisel in the windows. But yeah, like well, actually, I might as well chop them out. But yeah, like there were no windows on this wall, which was odd to me. There were also no windows, upstairs either. But yeah, no windows on any of these walls. Like I understand this wall because there's a closet here, but not on this wall. And this room only had one window. I mean, to be honest, I think that's part of why I placed it over here. Because when I thought about it, like having it face right here, like yeah, there's that big farm there, but honestly the front yard was like on a hill, so it wasn't really usable, so I didn't really care too much about the front yard. But like in fact the driveway was like a complete slope, and it was honestly difficult to like get a moving truck set up whenever I had to move out. But anyway, yeah, I was like, well, over here it doesn't matter because there's this big old hill. Like it doesn't matter that there's no window. It's over here. I'm just obsessed with windows, that's all. I'm thinking of making like a window thing up here. Yeah, I'm thinking of making like windows right here to kind of like give some more light into the garage. I don't know how I'm gonna furnish this garage, but I'll figure something out. There's like cabinets here, freezer here. This was kind of just full of junk whenever I moved out that I still needed to sort out. But just didn't end up sorting out. And then this is the area where you could park. Geez, turnips are almost ready already. Okay. I really don't know what I'm gonna do right now, aside from I was showing off that house. I was really proud of all the work I put into it, too. Like, that's one of the other reasons why I just couldn't let it go. I honestly don't really need to justify myself. Actually. I just always feel the need to justify myself in everything. Anyone who knows me knows that. Because I just... I'm traumatized. That's the best way to put it, really. So let me put this... You know what? For now, actually, why don't I just move everything over here? Okay. Nope, that's staying with me. You know what? I'm gonna be reorganizing everything anyway, so... But I do want to keep these separate. Because I know that these are gonna go somewhere. Okay. But we can finally get rid of all this. I must have found that somewhere. Or Joe must have found that somewhere. Probably Joe. Probably, huh? What? I hear my name? I knew it! Oh, it was like some sort of tunic thing. In one of the... I'm trying to organize this stuff. You know what? No, that can go there for now. You know what, I'm just gonna put these right here. That way I can just transfer everything a little bit more smoothly. Boop boop. In fact, everything but the axe and the falx. Boop 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 boop. Do I? Yeah, I'm gonna more likely get this one before the other one. Oh, nice. What do you mean calm? Get out of here. You fucker. Get out of here. How dare you hide in my cattails? Alright, I planted all the saplings I had. Aged lore book. About lore about Jonas. Ooh, I want to read it. I'm gonna read it. Alright. Constant clamoring. People shouting. I'm worried things were quieter before. We had almost given up. Nobody spoke. We just desperately worked on— Hold on, let me pause the music. Hold on. No. No, we're gonna go back to that song because I don't want to I don't want to skip the song. I was trying to pause the song. God damn it, me. Or it broke the music. Okay. Okay. Hopefully whenever I close it and open it back up, okay, we won't have an issue of losing the queue. Because I had made a very specific queue that I wanted to have. There we go. Okay, so we'll just have to restart the song later. Alright, so let's start reading. Constant clamoring, people shouting. I'm worried. Things were quieter before. We had almost given up. Nobody spoke. We just desperately worked on the project. But now it's almost time to wake it, and the people are excited. They're too excited. They don't know. They don't understand. I don't even understand it. What have we created? What greater doom have we wrought upon ourselves? We should have all died. Maybe we should have all just died when the rot came for us. I've begun to see things, even when I'm not gazing through the lens. Walking down the halls, looking at the prints, suddenly my vision shifts and I'm in a world I cannot comprehend. I'm in the other world, and it is leaking into this one. I've begun to notice its effect, my creations, cherished by the people and without which this project could never succeed. They are strange to me now. There is something wrong with them. It is the otherworldliness I have given to them. An eidolon was found 2 shifts ago with blood and mutilation splattered across its plates. The workmen, they wrote it off as an accident, but I know better. Oh, you can transcribe it? Need something to transcribe, it's on such as a parchment. Oh, so you can copy the lore book. That's cool. Yeah, things were tough back then. The lore's crazy for this story, for this game. No, that's not what I wanted. So it was this one. This one. This one. Alright, I refixed the queue I had. I'm gonna play this song because I wanted to listen to it. This has been all over like my TikTok for you page. And I like her style. Alright. Lime Night? Titanium, okay. And then I will put all the ruins in this one. You know, I could probably just use my attic in that one project that I ported in to hold a lot of the ruins. I think that would be pretty cool. I would just have to find a way to make a more solid way into there. Okay, and then I'll grab the stuff that I don't necessarily need to be in here. Aged firewood. Stone path. Aged oak slabs that can go in there. That goes there. Chest rubble. More ruins. Aged shelf. Ruined chamber. Let's see, Jonas parts and scrap metal can go here, because that just makes the most sense. Alright, what else? Stone. Yep. That makes sense. Lore book. I'm actually gonna put that with the temporal gears. Straw sandals. Okay. Straw sandals. That can go there. These count as rocks, so that's a good spot for it. More ruins. More ruins. I'm gonna move all tree seeds to here. And that bamboo shoot, those bamboo shoots can go there. Cactus, that's a plant. More seeds. More seeds. More seeds. I'm gonna put these logs over here, just wooden logs right over here. Bamboo stack, I don't really. Papyrus chest. I'll put it in the same area that we currently have those storage vessels. That's the word I'm looking for. Okay, quarter logs are a building material, not something I want to be with the normal logs. Boop. 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 I need to get like a organizing mod. Only thing I dislike, like, that has me hesitant on that is it could cause, like, resources are so difficult to get that I would be concerned about doing anything that messes with inventory that could risk it getting destroyed. Cow skulls. Okay, so this is all building. Miscellaneous building blocks. Debarked counts. This is a log. This is also a log. Also a log. You know what? That can go right here. Because it comes from a plant. Miscellaneous building stuff. That's fuel. Rot, because why not? Yeah, let's put that there. More building stuff. Yeah, that makes sense. Lore book, so it's just decorate. Not a lore book, it's just decorative. Placed stone. More stone. Walnut slab. That's for that. Yep. Building. Would you look at that? We're all organized. Would you look at that? All organized. Alright, now to place these somewhere. Actually, no, not right here. Makes a lot more sense to put them actually over here. I got the woad that I'm like gathering up. This has nothing in it, so don't need that. Actually could put that in the ruins chest, I think. Oh, there we go. I'll probably put the firewood down below. All right. In here I thought I was all organized. Right, have a spot for that. And that, and that. Alright, we're gonna eat this. Ah, had to take a drink. Though, I do need to use the bathroom. I will be right back. All right, I'm back. I didn't realize that this song. I forgot about this song, honestly. Kind of funny though. The eyes. All right. Ooh, daytime. Nice. So I got a road all the way down here. And a road all the way over here. Oh yeah, and I got a road all the way up to here. So that they can have their place be a bit better. Well, so they can access the road. I'm probably gonna have to dig out more road to go like this way. But I think I was also going to dig out. I think I was also going to dig out a road to go like from here. But I thought it would be way too difficult to deal with the sand. I think there's a bit more limestone over here. Like straight up limestone over here. These big old lakes are kind of cool. I have 2 more of these. I could possibly... I mean, it would be annoying to kind of reach them, but I think it would work. But I think I was going to build a roof, like fix the roof to be a little bit more normal looking, I think. It's crazy to think of all the digging I had to do over here. Now I gotta dig this out, flatten this area out. Essentially turn this into a town. I'm thinking of like adding... What's down in here? Okay. Ooh, that's scary. Oh, there's something there. Hold on, let me get this. Ooh. I need cobblestone, really. Not cobblestone. I need, I saw cobblestone and I said cobblestone. Oops. I need to get a pickaxe. Aged oak log. Oh, this is a big one. Miner boots. Nice. So these were miners. A peasant scarf. A brazier. Cooking pot. Broken corner pipe. A little rack. A ruined lantern. Oh, this area is really cool, actually. The scribe table is really cool, to be honest. More aged firewood. Ooh, what's in here? Okay, Oh, amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm totally gonna put that in my in the kitchen because I have a missing slot for one of these decorative chests. So I gotta go back to the kitchen and get that set up. This is a like a huge ruin, actually. Maybe I could clean up this area and turn it into like a basement. Because it's so close. That would actually be really cool. Oh. Oh, this is the cave that I covered up over here. There's quartz here. Yeah, thank you. You're only a surface one? Okay. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, that's saltpeter down there. Okay, that is too scary to pass, honestly. I'm not going over there. I'm done. Cave time's over. Oh shit. I didn't pay attention. At least that was worth it. I mean, honestly. A light temporal storm is approaching. A light temporal storm is imminent. I need to pay more attention to that. I need to get a mod that announces it, like, a little bit more evidently. Because clearly this isn't enough to let me know. Terrible condition. Spider webs. Alright. Let's see if I could go say hi to Dave real quick. Dave? Dave, where are you? Dave? No. It's only a light one, so there's no Dave. But Dave! Where's Dave? Okay, I gotta go. I got this torch holder, but nowhere to really put it right now. So on here on the map, down here, there's this area. I'm gonna build a place for my boyfriend. And then there's a translocator right there too. He wanted a forge and he wanted it to be warm, and if he wants a forge he's gonna need a water wheel, and there's like 2 sources right here. I like to mark them when I find them, and then if someone wants to build a water wheel when they join on, I can like, ooh, little adorable, and this is adorable, I can kind of like point them in the direction. This is kind of like a jungle area, and there's like a lot of bamboo, and I saw a panda. And I found out that pandas don't really attack you, they kind of run away. I mean, if you get too close to them, they'll like smack you and be like, what are you doing? Leave me alone. Which is crazy, because from what I know, pandas are just like, they just exist, and that's it. A lot, like, what's really cool is these indented areas. I was gonna like have him have a hut up here and then a basement that goes down into here, because and you know, it would like, I wanted to build something kind of reminiscent of that one guy who went, I think it was to Arizona or Underground Orchard. Yeah, it was in California, actually. Fresno, California is a historic landmark featuring a hand-built network of underground rooms, courtyards, and passageways created by Sicilian immigrant Baldassare I don't know how to pronounce it. Baldassare Forestier from 1906 to 1946 as a cool retreat from the Central Valley heat. Inspired by ancient Roman catacombs, the subterranean complex includes grottos, a chapel, a fish pond, and unique underground fruit trees, all carved with hand tools like picks and shovels. It is a California Registered Historic Landmark and a National Historic Site, accessible only through guided tours that explain its history and unique architecture. So the story, I watched a video about it. It was really cool. So the story behind this place was he bought this area intending to make, like, he sold all his like land, all in like put all his money into this one plot of land to, you know, make a orchard because he was really good at citrus trees. And so he gets there and he realizes that the topsoil is very, very thin, and in that area is like this really, really hard rock, and you would have to bust it up and put soil on top or something like that. And so it was just really difficult for him to like start the orchard. And so funds were definitely tight. And he also had to build a house, and it was really hot, and they didn't have AC back then, and electricity wasn't really that much of a thing either. And because he was because he was a Sicilian immigrant, like he had like a lot of like wine, he knew about orchards and wine cellars and ancient Roman architecture and how it would be cooler underground. And so in order to escape the heat, he started digging underground. I mean, because he had to anyway, like he had to dig up this dirt in order to make an orchard anyway. So he started digging underground and made his house underground, and it was actually naturally cooler. And because of the way that the holes like allowed the wind to pass through, it was very much cooler underground. It was insane how much cooler it was compared to above. Above it would just be sweltering. And so he kept building, and he built like this amazing like set of like it was absolutely gorgeous. And he had like an underground area where like the trees would grow, and it worked really well for the trees actually. And then he eventually wanted to build like a resort, and he was trying to dig it out all by hand. He was even trying to set it up so that cars could go underground, and he had like a ballroom that he dug out, and like it was crazy. It was he had like a winter area for staying and a summer area, because the winter area was a lot more insulated and easier to stay warm in, because it got cold in the winter, obviously. It's over. So whenever and one of the coolest things, there's a tree, a citrus tree there that has been alive, like that he planted, and it originally had like, I don't know how many types of tree, like it had like so many different type. Contains underground fruit trees, grapevines, and flowers, some over 90 years old, thriving in a microclimate with cooler temperatures. It was also too hot above, I think, for the orchard as well. There was this tree that had like a bunch of different types of citrus attached to it, grafted on, and it would produce like multiple types of fruit all at once. And I heard that it was really cool. I think some of the grafts have fallen off, but it still retains a lot of its a decent amount of grafts, and still is alive. It's crazy. Honestly, it was a crazy fun video to watch, and I was so jealous of like I wanted to actually, like, if I was in the area, I would definitely want to go to a tour on that. Oh geez, there's noise outside. 13 days. I'm gonna have a lot of trees to harvest later. I also have to go around getting just a little bit more cattails and just a little bit more papyrus. All right. That was refreshing. Do I want that or do I want purple? It's like a very pale purple, but I do like the blue. It goes with my malefactor's sash. It does actually. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it. That's important. That goes there. Okay. Do I have this anywhere? Where did it go? That does not belong there. That actually can go right here. It makes sense to go there. That can go there. Okay. Now, all that's left to do is to put that where it belongs and also deal with the cooking pot and bowl in my inventory. Full set of bowls. Cooking pot. Put away these carrots. Nice, it's raining. Nice. I think I'll grab one of these Crocs, actually. Actually, wait, I have so many Crocs now. Absolutely insane how many I have. You know what? Yeah, I think that's what I'll do with all the ruins that I have. I'll probably just... Hold on. I'll probably just take them and put them in a chest. In a series of chests in my attic. In that one build. I think that'll be a good spot to put it all. And I think as far as like... Oh yeah, I was gonna make this like a nice big entrance and then have a few tables and stuff. Eventually turn this into a inn. Hey Jezero, how are you doing? Do I have Morse Flare Light? Casserite. Not a lot. I'm doing alright. Honestly, been kind of wandering aimlessly most of the stream. Not sure what I'm gonna do. But I did show off, like earlier I was showing off, the house that I finally put back, into the server that I was working on another server, but I saved the claim file, and I was waiting until I had reasonably reached the level I was at to get the, to put it down. To be honest, I'm technically further along than I was whenever I did place this down, because the steel tools I had were given to me by a friend. So, like, I was at around the Copper Bronze Age, and I didn't build myself any automation because there were, like, publicly available ones. But yeah, I kind of just... I was almost not gonna save it, but then I logged on, walked through here, nostalgia hit, I was like, okay, yeah, I gotta save this. I gotta finish it. It's crazy how empty it is, and I still have so much to do. I have to put like an island here. I have to put like kitchen cabinets here. Alright, oh, this is flint. It's raining. Moisture is gonna be at 100%. That's gonna be so great for the crops. And spring is finally here. I do need to figure out what I'm gonna do with this. I think I'm probably just gonna build like a shack here and then have the entrance be here. With maybe another entrance over here. Because you can kind of... I mean, actually, no. I'll just have one entrance. And then maybe like some windows, but like I mean, it's kind of like the same dimensions as that almost. Well, not almost, but it's like I could probably do the same pattern, but instead of having one in the center, I could do three in the center here. Yeah, I could do three in the center. Where did I put the building materials? One of these is building materials. I guess it must be in the chest down below. Yeah, I definitely want to get all this stuff out of here. Will it be annoying? Yes. But will it be worth it? Also yes. So let's put... Yeah. We'll put firewood down here because we're going to be using that. But aside from the stuff, like the bee stuff, I'm not going to leave anything really down there. All right. Alright, let's see if I already have some spots available. No, not really. Okay, ebony log. Acacia log. I'm probably just gonna chop that up. This goes right here. That's just dirt. Rock. Chalkstone. Cobblestone. That has a spot. The sticks will go there because that's kind of important. This will go here. Actually, I'll put sticks right there. I'll chop up these maple logs. Which one is this? Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna move all the wooden logs up here. Because I need a second slot. I might move the tree farm to the south. I just have to grab all the honestly, it would just be a matter of digging up all of the chiseled blocks that I made just for the tree farm. Only thing that's not really gonna be worth growing there is something like the bamboo. But having a bamboo specific farm is probably gonna solve that problem. Bony soil. Knew I had some of those. Slate, cobblestone. This is what I need. All right. So now that's empty. And it's right next to this. So why not split up the natural materials from the rock materials? Anything made from stone and dirt goes here. Anything made from wood and plant fiber goes up here. Yeah. Organic and inorganic. Let's actually put this right there. Full blocks up here. Full blocks up there. Slabs right here. Miscellaneous right there. Roof blocks at the bottom. And storage in that right there. All right. Now we are officially organized. What is it? Yeah, this is the way that I want it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3. Yeah. There we go. So maybe... So I need acacia planks. There 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Yeah. Knew it. Knew I wouldn't have enough. Sign. Yeah, that would have been better to just leave there. I need to get a saw. There we go. Okay, so this... Oh, yeah, get out of here. God damn it. I can't just... Why does it have to be high activity right now? Not gonna be enough. I should have chopped up the rest of it. Where'd one of my charcoal pieces go? Interesting. Okay. Alright. So what I need is to get some... You know what, actually? We want to build this up first. Alright, and then I need... roof ridge. Yep. I'm gonna be chiseling these in so I don't actually need to have the overhang ones. Yeah, I don't. I am gonna need to go get more slate. God damn it. Not what I wanted. Gimme. Ow. Okay, good. Now let's double check if that's all the slate that I got. Granite. Oh, I do have a little bit more. No, that's just slate rock. Never mind. So, high activity, geez. I'm probably gonna have to fill this in later. But hey. Now it kind of just looks like I have a unfinished building project. Oh yeah. What was it what was the door that I did for these ones? Oak. Huh. For a moment, I thought I was doing walnut. It's okay. Perfect. Actually, that's right. I'm gonna be doing it this way. Oh, and it matches. It kind of matches this one. Okay, that's good. Yeah. I'm still gonna have to have it hang. That's okay though. I'll get that sorted out later. So we got the startings of a town over here. So now we have... Now we are essentially getting 2 towns strong. It's not raining here. Or did it just stop raining? It just stopped raining, okay. No, it's... Oh, okay. Yeah, because the clouds, it's kind of cool. It's really cool, actually. Wait, does that mean... Oh, I think it does. That sucks. 100%. 100%. Yeah, that's fine. This is pretty cool, though. We're getting all this... Ooh, now I can start building things here. Or maybe dig this area out. Nah, I'm probably gonna put something interesting here. Maybe have this be a fishing pond. What is down here? Aside from these guys. Oh. Okay. Oh, where's the second half? It might have actually been like accidentally deleted. There's something behind here? No. Another book. That'll be good for... That'll actually be really good for like decoration. Let me check what that was. All right. Okay. Nothing up there. Shoot, which way did I come from? Not this way, that's for sure. Okay, how do I get out of here? This way. Okay, so is this the end of the line for these caves? Yeah, it looks like it. I just put the firewood here for now. Let's see. Put this here. All right. All right, let's heal up the rest of the way. Man, this takes forever. Maybe it's because I need to take these off. Oh, that's so much faster. All right. So, let's see. It's been almost 3 hours. It's not really, this isn't usually whenever I stop, but I think I'm gonna end early because I have like a little bit of stuff I want to get done. Let's see if anyone I know is still streaming. They've been live for 4 hours. They seem to be AFK. And they're playing Subnautica 2, I think? No, just Subnautica. Hmm. I think I'm gonna raid Sorabayashi. They have been live for almost as long as I have. Yeah, I'm gonna raid Sorabayashi. Alright. Let's get that raid started. Hmm. Uh,